Hello and welcome दोस्तों. Today we will talk about one of the important article in the constitution, that is article 93. This article talks about the appointment of speaker and the appointment of deputy speaker, and this article mandates that these two posts should be appointed as soon as new Lok Sabha comes to power, or whenever there is a post, whenever these posts, speaker and deputy speakers, are become vacant, they should be appointed as soon as possible. So it talks about as soon as possible. It does not talk about any time frame within which this post should be appointed. So this article becomes important because Congress accused government of not appointing deputy speaker since last 4 years. So from that perspective, this post become important. And remember that post of deputy speaker is a constitutional post. It might seem that deputy speaker is not constitutional, but it is a constitutional post, and hence it becomes important that these posts are appointed. So because we are learning about the speaker and the deputy speaker, we should understand what are the responsibilities of the speaker and the deputy speaker. The speaker is responsible for maintaining order and answering the questions to ensure that debate in the house remain focused or relevant to the motion, that is bill under the discussion, right? And the speaker ensures that conduct of the business in the house are conducted properly. There is a discipline and there is a decorum in the house. So this is ensured by the speaker. Speaker is a presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. It is most important office in the Lok Sabha, right? And so is the deputy speaker is the important office of the Lok Sabha. But since 11th Lok Sabha, the office of deputy speaker is generally given to the leading opposition party. But this is convention, not a constitutional requirement. This is a convention. So by convention, the office of the office of the deputy speaker is given to the leading opposition party to maintain the transparency and accountability of the government, right? So remember this. So first speaker of the independent India was G.V. Marvankar. Remember, he held office from 1952 to 1956, and deputy speaker was M. Anathasayanam Iyengar was the first deputy speaker. He held office from 1952 to 1956. So since we are talking about the office of the speaker, we have to understand what is the origin of this office. So origin of the deputy office of origin of the speaker of the office is traced back to the Montagu-Chelmsford reform, which initiated in 1999, and first time office came to exist live because first time deputy speaker and speaker appointed in 1921. Remember this. And who was the first deputy speaker? First deputy speaker was Indian, and he was Sachidanand Sinha, and first speaker was the Sir Frederick White. But these offices back then were were known as president and deputy president. Remember this. Now let's talk about article 94. So article 94 talks about vacation, resignation, removal of the office of the speaker and the deputy speaker, right? So deputy speaker or speaker ceases to be the member of the house, then he has to resign, right? If he is not a member of house, then he cannot be a speaker or the deputy speaker. Again, he can write his resignation. If speaker wants to resign, he has to write his resignation, hand over to the deputy speaker, and if deputy speaker has to resign, he has to hand over his resignation to the speaker. Remember this. And the speaker and the deputy speaker may be removed by the resolution of the house, and this resolution must be passed with the effective majority of the house. So effective majority means what? More than half of the member of the house should be voting to remove that person from the post, right? Again, whenever there is a resolution for the purpose of removing the speaker from the house, from the post, the speaker should be given at least 14 days notice, right? And another important thing is that the speaker and the deputy speaker the speaker does not resign when the house is dissolved. Rather, he resigns when just before the new Lok Sabha is formed. Remember this. So again, these are the summary of the Article 94, and the speaker also has to resign whenever he is disqualified under the section 7 or 8 of the Representation of the People's Act. So whenever he is disqualified in the Representation of the People Act, he has to resign from the post of. So important takeaway is that speaker invariably has to be member of the House. So if he ceases to be the member of a House, he has to resign. The next important article is Article 95 of the Constitution, and it talks about the power of deputy speaker or other person to perform the duties of the office or act as a speaker. So whenever there are two possible scenarios, that if the office of the deputy speaker is vacant, right, or the speaker is absent, or speaker is absent. So these are two important two different term. Vacant means there is no speaker right now, and absent means he is absent. He absent for his maybe some other reason, right? So whenever the office of the speaker is vacant, the deputy speaker will take responsibility as a speaker. And if the deputy speaker is also vacant, so it says vacant, even if the president has to appoint one person for that purpose from the Lok Sabha. So president appoints whenever these two posts are vacant, right? So what happens when deputy speaker and speaker is absent? So there is a member of 10 panel which is appointed by the speaker from the members of the Lok Sabha. So one among these member will chair the office of the speaker. Remember this. So speaker of panel. So panel of 10 members, right? Panel of 10 members, which is appointed by the speaker, not president. Remember this. So this was all about Article 95. This is just another summary. Now talk about Article 96. Article 96 states that speaker and the deputy speaker will not preside while the resolution of their removal from the office is being considered. So this is kind of obvious that whenever there is a resolution to remove the speaker and deputy speaker, so these two people cannot preside over the proceedings of office. The speaker of the office derives their power from the constitutional rules and procedure and conduct of business and from the Lok Sabha and the parliamentary convention. And again, the resolution passed by the Lok Sabha should have effective majority. Should be passed by the effective majority, and effective majority refers to the majority of more than 50% of the effective strength of the House. So effective strength of the House is 550 then, right? Then we should have more than 255 members voting in favor of resolution. Then only office can be said vacant, or then can we say then the speaker be removed, right? So this is all about from so we learned from Article 93 to Article 96. These articles deal with the office of speaker and office of deputy speaker, right? Their appointment, if these posts are vacant, what is the procedure to appoint them and how to remove them, right? So this was all about this lecture. Hope you guys have understood everything. Thank you.